Hello, everyone. My name is Donna Wag, and I am the founder of Grieving Moms Forever, with over 33,000 moms that have lost a child worldwide. I have a really important topic to talk to you about. This has been weighing heavy on my mind, and I just needed to get a video out to talk to all of the moms and the dads that are grieving the loss of their child and are extremely angry. I know that very well, very well. Most moms and dads, I would assume, after the loss of losing your child, you become very angry. Very angry at the people, the world, the situation. It's hard to not be angry. And I know that. I was angry for a long time. It was eating me alive. I had to find ways that I could get rid of that horrible anger that I kept dealing with day in and day out. I wish there was a perfect answer. There isn't. It is just it is one of the stages of grieving. So many moms come to me daily. What do I do with all this anger? How do I get rid of this anger? I don't even like people. I don't want to be around people. How do I get rid of this anger? I have been thinking about that, and I've been trying to figure out in my mind, what exactly did I do? What did I do to help me get rid of the anger that I was dealing with on a daily basis? It was hard. It was extremely hard. But what I did was I sat down one day and I wrote of everything that I was bitter about since my sons had been killed. I wrote it all. I tried to pinpoint down what had caused me to be so bitter at the world. Well, with Russell, my bitterness and my anger was with the police. I lost every bit of respect. I did not like any of them. I did not believe any of them. I had absolutely no respect because the boy that killed my son was wanted. He was wanted, and he was living right there in that city, and the police had not gotten him. And had they done their job, I felt like that it was so easy to pick him up, to arrest him. But instead, they arrested him after he murdered my son. That was Russell. So for a long time, oh my gosh, y'all, I cannot tell you, I was so bitter at the police. Everybody, every person that had on a uniform in the department, I had no respect for at all. Okay, I'm going to say that time with Russell, the anger, the time healed that, the anger part, that stage. I didn't do anything different to try to make that anger go away. I wish I could tell you, this is what I say to all grieving moms, time. As time went by with Russell, I did start losing that anger, it switched to different stages. It went to another stage. And I found that I did have friends, and I do have friends that are on the police department. Very good people that do their job, very good people. So I could not take and base it on the whole world. I couldn't base what had happened on the whole police department, why they did not get the boy first that was wanted, that they were supposed to be hunting. So I couldn't stay mad forever and carry that anger. Could not do that. Just could not do that. So in time, the anger did go away for the police department. Okay, so then when I lost Anthony, oh my golly, hatred, anger, just, oh my golly, I did not think that I was going to make it each day. That stage of grief was driving me insane. It really was. I was going through a lot of therapy. I was praying. I was talking to pastors. I was doing everything because I knew that if I didn't let go of that anger, it was going to kill me. It was going to actually kill me. Physically, I was so sick because I was so angry. Now, a part of me is, I will not say that I am totally healed from and gone from that stage. I have not, because the situation with my Anthony's death is so different, leaving behind the person that he was married to, that I feel like caused my Anthony to take his life. And so to have to live with that, I decided to no longer put myself in a situation where I would have to see her. I removed myself from everything that would have to be a part of her. Everything to go to meeting my grandchildren. I no longer went to my son to Anthony's house to pick them up. That was excruciating anger when I would pull up to my Anthony's house, knowing what had taken place in there. So I had to get away from that. That was damaging me. There was no way for me to heal. So I fixed it in another way to be able to get my grandchildren, to meet them without having to go to the house, without having to see her. And so things started getting better as I started making changes with me. I knew I needed to make a change for me. And so I took the time. I did it. I had to do it for me. Like I tell you, moms, it doesn't just go away. You have to make the decision to figure out who you're angry at and why. Why are you angry? What situation are you angry about? Are you angry at how they died? Are you angry at the person that may have taken their life, which you do have 100% reason to be very angry at that person? Are you angry at yourself? Now, that's what a whole lot of moms I know are dealing with also, is that you tell me that you're angry, you feel guilty. So the anger and guilt go together with that, and eats and eats and eats at you nonstop. I know. I've lived it. I know that. I know. And so when you asking, many ask for my advice and how do you get over that stage? I'm sorry, y'all. My cuckoo clock is probably going to be cuckooing here, and then following behind it becomes another clock. I'm a clock. I love clocks. Love cuckoo clocks. So the other one's probably going to come right behind it, and that's right by my head. So anyway, back to your feelings about your anger. What I did, I will tell, with Anthony, I actually got a punching bag. I did get a setup that had the punching bag, and I beat it and beat it and beat it all the time because of I had so much anger in me at what I wanted to do. The feelings I didn't know what to do with all of those feelings. So I did get a punching bag, and I punched and punched and punched it for probably a year. I have to tell you, probably a year I did that until I didn't need to do it anymore. I had done enough and changed enough in my life to make sure that I did not have to continue to basically live in that anger and hatred. Oh, and just hatred, anger, the things that would go through my mind that I wanted for her to have to go through. It was eating me alive. And who was suffering? Me. Me. We suffer. We put all of that in our head. No one around us has a clue. It's not hurting them. It's not, they have no clue. No clue at all that you are carrying all that anger and hatred for whoever or whatever. No one knows. So the only person that is getting all of the damage is us, is me, is you. So who are you hurting? You know, I looked at it like that over and over. I kept saying, is she really? She doesn't even know. I'm wasting all of this time in my life on her and the anger, and she is not feeling any of it. None of it. So that was extremely important for me to think about. If your situation, the loss of your child, has to do with another person that either murdered your child or caused your child their death, the person that did it is not even caring. They don't even know that you are in so much pain. So much pain. They have no clue. So when you are so bitter and angry and it's killing you, and I mean physically, So when it's doing that to you, you are hurting you. So if you can think about it, think about it. I know I have been to therapists, grief therapy, many times, and they will tell you to write down, make a journal, write down, write letters to the person that you are angry with. You know, there's all kinds of suggestions, many suggestions of what to do to help yourself with your anger. I can tell you that I did write with Russell. I wrote daily, daily. I wrote letters to the prison, to the boy that took my Russell's life. That did help. Each occasion, each season, everything that came up, Christmas, his birthday, Valentine's Day, I wrote to the prisoner in jail about my feelings because of my Russell was gone. That did help. I did have to be careful. I had to talk to myself. The family of him was not at fault. Was not at fault. But I did have to battle myself through that anger of wanting to tell his whole family how I felt. But I thought about it for a long time and decided it wasn't his family's fault. It wasn't his mom's fault, his dad's, any of their fault. And so I didn't do that, and I'm glad today that I did not. But then with Anthony, oh boy, oh boy. I have got letters galore to her. I mean, stacks of letters through my anger. Some I can hardly even read because of I was so angry that I pretty much tore the paper writing. Some I have written on the computer. Many, many, many letters that I have written. And that did help me. That did help, I have to say, writing to her. But you have to know who you are angry at. Okay? If you just say, I'm angry at the world, take the time to think about who is the world? Who is the world that you are angry at? Is it a person? Is it a thing? Is it a situation? Is it you? Are you angry at you? You may be. But you need to take the time if you can. And I'm not saying maybe you can't. Maybe you aren't at that stage right now in grief. But you will. There are so many stages. And it's okay to be angry. There is nothing wrong with you. You have lost your child. It's okay to be angry. But in time, you really, for your own mental state and your physical condition, you need to try to find a way. Try to find a way by figuring out who you're angry at. What are you angry at? Yes, you're angry at the death of your child. But why? Why? So I hope that what I have just told you and talked to you about, I hope that this will help you in some way to understand about anger and that it is part of the stages of grieving. It's going to happen. It's going to happen no matter what. You will be angry, but you don't want to stay in that stage too long for your physical health, for your mental health. It will make you very sick in time. So I hope that what I have said has helped you some. That's what my goal is all the time with all of you grieving moms. I'm always trying to find ways to help you. I know your pain, and I share in your pain 24 hours a day. I truly do care. I truly do genuinely care. Message me anytime. Call me anytime. I am here for you. I am here. I hope that my videos are helping you in some way. I really do. If they do, if you would please comment and let me know. Subscribe to my channel so that you know each time that a new video comes out. I would really appreciate it, and it would be very helpful to you. So with that, I'm going to end, and you are in my heart, you are in my thoughts, and in my prayers all the time. I love you. Bye-bye.